Do you know that car dealers are terrified of one specific car right now? It's not what you think. It's not some exotic supercar or some luxury car that's putting them out of business. It's actually a used Tesla Model 3 that you can get around 25 grand these days. And I'm about to show you exactly why all the dealers are losing sleep over this car. And spoiler alert, I love it. This has got to be one of the best daily drivers ever made. But of course, nothing ever is perfect, so stick around to the end where I tell you exactly what I don't like about this car. The reason I'm making this video is we're actually trading in this very Model 3. We're trading in this Model 3 for the all-new Model Y. Our family's starting to grow, so the Model 3 is starting to get a little cramped for us, so we wanted a bigger car. And plus, Tesla has some awesome deals that you can get right now. You can get 0% APR on the new Model 3 and 2.99% APR on the new Model Y. If you're thinking about a new Tesla, right now is actually a really good time to get one with this deal. Use my referral link in the description so you can get 3 months of full self-driving. But what if you're trying to get a used one? Are these first generation Teslas worth it to get in 2025? Let's go ahead and take a look. Look, I've been driving this Model 3 for a while now, and like I said earlier, this has got to be one of the best daily drivers ever made. Period, full stop. If not the all-time best. But here's the thing that's absolutely wild, yo. You can get a 2-year-old like this one for almost 35% off right now. We're talking about a car that was 50 grand brand new. You can get it for around 20 to 30,000 right now with some miles on it. So why won't dealers want you to know about this deal? Well, it's simple. Because they can't make money off you. I mean, think about it. If you buy a used Model 3, what exactly are you going to need from a dealership anymore? Oil changes? No, it's electric. Transmission repairs? Well, there is no transmission. Engine problems? What engine? But I'm sure they'd love to sell you some premium air for your tires though. Model 3 is basically a computer on wheels. The most you'll ever need is really new tires. You barely even use the brake pads. Even those last forever because of regenerative braking. I just saw a dude with like his jeans like halfway hanging off his butt, and he was like sunning himself like there on the side of the road. Pretty random. What was the line again? But here's where it gets really interesting. The handling on this thing when you actually drive it is excellent. It's faster than 90% of the cars on the road. And the steering, it's so precise. Like a Porsche almost. It feels so light and responsive. It feels like a slightly higher 4-door Porsche, actually. And you're getting all of this for the price of a decent used Honda Civic. Now I know what you're thinking. What about the battery? Won't it die? Now here's the reality that car dealers definitely don't want you to know. Tesla batteries are basically indestructible. We're seeing Model 3s right now with 100 to 200,000 miles still going strong. And the degradation, we're looking at 1 to 2% max per year. That's it. Compare that to a traditional car where the engine has hundreds of little moving parts in it. And if any one of those little parts fails, the whole engine fails. Or the transmission could fail, or just any kind of expensive repairs could come up at any moment. With a Tesla, the biggest fear is probably just going to be a software glitch that can be easily fixed with an over-the-air update. And speaking of software updates, this car is not the same car as when I first got it. Tesla has significantly improved this car since we got it, all through software updates. From the user interface all the way to the way it drives itself. I mean, have you ever heard of a car that keeps on improving itself? I mean, that's pretty impressive if you ask me. From a driver's perspective, you'll be surprised at how communicative this chassis is. And also, the interior, it's actually a nice place to be. And you're getting technology that's years beyond anything that's in this price range. But sure, go ahead and spend $25,000 on a used BMW. Very next month, you have to spend $3,000 in repairs. That makes total sense, right? Now let's talk about insurance and running costs. Yeah, insurance might be a little bit higher, but your fuel costs are basically nothing. I mean, we're talking for a full charge, you're looking at $4.25 to $25 depending on your electricity rates. Try filling up a gas tank with $25 these days. Maintenance? What maintenance? The car actually talks to you through the app. It tells you if it needs anything. No more getting ripped off or recommended services that you don't actually need. No more sitting in a waiting room drinking terrible coffee for them to find problems with your car. And not to mention, it has the best infotainment in the industry. It's also one of the safest compact cars ever made, and you can get one for around 25 grand used. And of course, buying used at this depreciation definitely makes more financial sense than buying brand new. Now, is it perfect? Of course not. Everyone and their grandma owns one now. But here's what I don't like about my Model 3. My main complaint really is that this headrest on the seat isn't the most ergonomic. I was routinely getting a sore neck from driving this car, which is a quite common issue for Tesla owners. There's a lot of Tesla neck pillows out there, but this one right here is the absolute best. Not only does this one look the best, it's also the most supportive and the most adjustable. It even has a tablet holder for the passenger in the back. I'll leave a link in the description to where you can buy this one, the best Tesla neck pillow. One really awesome feature about the Tesla is definitely has got to be the all glass roof. It's so awesome to look at, especially on a day like this. But as soon as the day gets hot and sunny, I'm sorry to say, but you're going to be cooking under this glass right here. Every first-gen Tesla definitely needs its own sunshade system. And the one I got right here, I think is the best one. I'll have the link in the description where you can find it. I love how it integrates really nicely with the original Tesla design. You can't tell that this is an aftermarket piece. It seamlessly blends in with the design. And look at that, when it closes, boom, you're shielded from the sun. Problem solved. I'll leave the link in the description where you can find this one. I think it's the best one. The other main complaint really is I just totally wish that Model 3 was a hatchback. If it had a hatchback, the Model 3 would be like 10 times better. Don't get me wrong, you can fit a lot of stuff into this car because there's no engine in the front, so there's a frunk. And then you have that huge cavernous compartment underneath the trunk. So the trunk is big in itself, plus the cubby underneath is huge. So you can definitely store a lot of stuff. The only trick is though, the opening is not the biggest. It's a little bit tight to get in there. So if it had a hatch, it would solve a lot more problems. You could definitely put a lot more things. And that's one of the reasons why we have to sell this car actually, is because we can't fit a big 2-kid stroller in there. We just need a hatch. It can definitely fit in there, but getting it in and out every single time is going to be a pain in the ass. So we'd rather get a bigger hatchback, which is the Model Y. But for a daily driver that takes you from point A to point B reliably and efficiently, you cannot go wrong with a Model 3 or a Model Y for that matter. So I keep saying that this car is like a little Porsche. Definitely it feels like it. But unlike a Porsche 911, where everyone around you turns into a NASCAR driver, they just want to race you, nobody really cares about a Model 3. You just blend in with all the other smart people that's figured out this hack. And of course, I hope you noticed, but this car was actually driving itself the entire time. No other car can do this well at the moment. And you can get a used one for the mid 20,000s right now. Now that's a no-brainer if I've ever heard one. Look, here's the bottom line. Dealers make money on service, financing, dealer markups, and selling you things that you actually don't need. A Tesla Model 3 gets rid of all of that. It's awesome to drive, it's efficient, it's fast, it's packed with technology, and available at prices that make traditional cars look like terrible deals right now. So yeah, dealers definitely don't want you to buy a used Tesla, because once you do, you might never ever need them again. And honestly, that just sounds like a win-win to me. Thanks for tuning in to AK's Thoughts. You made it this far into the video. Why not go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe? Peace!